on Instagram. So we're going to try and go live on all 3 channels. Hey, everybody. Okay, so hi, we'll just wait for Instagram to come through. We've got such a cool coffee chat this exercise.co.nz, and every week about all things pre and postnatal relating to exercise and wellness. And this morning's coffee chat is the exercise you on this topic today because as you know, we've just started this round of the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. We've got hundreds of you who have joined the challenge. You still enter this challenge until the end of today. So if you want to get in and do the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, enter it now. So we've had lots and lots of questions from the mums who are doing the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, especially those for the first time, which exercises to avoid if you have diastasis. Now, this is diastasis, and it's going to be applicable to you during your pregnancy and postnatal. And for the whole time you are breastfeeding, okay, until pretty much up to 3 months post-weaning. And that breastfeeding, some people more so than others. All right, so if you have any questions relating specifically to your exercise and I don't cover it, please comment, add your questions. Okay, then we'll go over it. So that's if you're not sure about any Pilates exercises, yoga exercises, CrossFit exercises, cycling, cross training, anything you're not sure about, any exercise that you're doing, perhaps an exercise even with your personal trainer. If you're not sure that you should be doing that with a diastasis, please comment and ask. Make sure you give it the thumbs up, say hi, so I know I'm not talking to nobody. Okay, and make sure you've got a drink of water. I've got a glass of water, I've not got coffee this morning. Okay, everybody, so diastasis recti. What exercises should we avoid? Well, over the years, for those of you who've been following me, you know, and we've been talking about this for a long time now, it's not as simple. Saying to you guys, avoid crunches, avoid planks, avoid any repetitive core exercise that adds stress on the linear elbow. Okay, so it's not that simple. And again, hi Marcel, thank you for saying hi. Hi Ola. Okay, so it's not that simple. There's not certain exercises that you should there is a couple of exercises that you definitely need, but again, it's not specific for everybody. Everybody's different. I'm just going to plug this in so we don't lose connection. Okay, so everybody is very, very different. So what I want you to all think about, and then you can apply it to your exercise. Okay, so the 3 main points are the exercises you need to avoid are any exercise that adds stress or force on the linear elbow. Okay, I will come back to that. Number 2, any exercise that you cannot control your load and correct core activation, any exercise. Okay, and number 3, we'll stick with crunches. Okay, so you've got 3 things there, 3 exercises there. Okay, or 3 guidelines as to the exercises that you need to avoid. Okay, so let's have a look at a crunch. Okay, so we need to avoid crunches because generally 90% of us are doing them incorrectly. And through pregnancy, as your abdominal, you know, as your uterus is growing, okay, it can easily add stress and increase into abdominal pressure. Okay, and again, we're going to look at this because any exercise that increases or overloads into abdominal pressure is also an exercise that you perhaps need to control unless you can specifically reduce that pressure yourself. Okay, so let's have a look into abdominal pressure. Okay, what I all want you to do now is, just while you're here with me, okay, do this little exercise. I want you to all take a massive deep breath in. Ready, everybody? Breathe in. And you're going to hold it and push out through your stomach muscles. Push. Okay, that's into abdominal pressure. All right, let it go. Whew. Doesn't feel good, does it? Okay, so not to that extent, but that's a guide as to why incorrect breathing and incorrect activation of your core muscles can increase into abdominal pressure. And when we increase into abdominal pressure, the stomach pushes out, creates a lot of pressure on the pelvic floor muscles, can open up, and can you see straight away how that would push out a diastasis? Okay, so your exercises such as crunches, heavy weight exercises, particularly squats and lunges, if you are breath holding and creating too much into abdominal pressure, that pressure needs to be released somewhere. But if you can control it, so you're breathing in, exhaling and connecting with your pelvic floor and transverse abdominals, you decrease the inter-abdominal pressure to a safe level, which will not stress your linea alba, so that exercise becomes suitable for you. But as soon as you cannot control the load, so if you're back squatting, say 30 or 40 kg, and now at a time we'll look at pregnancy, maybe at 25 weeks, maybe at 30 weeks, you feel yourself not in control of that load anymore, then that's when you need to take that exercise out or reduce the weight. Postnatal, it's the opposite, okay? So we introduce exercises slowly and start to build up your weights to a point where we always control it. And if we're always in control of the load, the exercise is not going to add further stress on your diastasis. Be in control of your load. Know how to activate your core muscles correctly. If you're following our No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, as I've just mentioned, you can still join that today, girls. Correct breathing and core activation must be established for you to go up and go into any sport. Heal your diastasis, prevent poor pelvic floor muscle function, improve posture, improve sporting performance. Okay, it's all that basic needs to be established, and then we build through, okay, and start to increase the intensity of the exercise. So yes, you will be able to start doing crunches again. You will start to be doing planks again. I teach you how to build up safely from having a significant diastasis and pelvic floor muscle issues to a functional diastasis where we can start loading again under control, and then into the advanced section. And then that's sort of the 3 stages of where you need to go to heal your diastasis and to improve your core strength. Okay, so I want you to think about all what I've mentioned: the inter-abdominal pressure, controlling the load, correct transverse abdominal activation. So now we can get more specific with the exercises. So postnatal, until you have a functional diastasis, so it varies how wide you are for a functional diastasis. And I've got videos you can check with this. It's normally when your diastasis is quite functional that you can start doing your planks again and introducing planks and more harder core exercises. Remember, your body, your muscles, your connective tissue needs stimulating to get stronger and to grow. If you stick with the same low level exercises, nothing's going to happen. If we do the same exercise, the body becomes so bored of that exercise, it won't progress. So we need to stimulate it, but we just need to build everything at the correct times. And that always comes back to, can you control the load? So let's have a look at a Pilates class. Pilates classes are okay, if you can stay in control, but often the reps are done over a long period of time. And normally, if you're in healing around about 3/4 of the way through, if it's very repetitive, your muscles will start to get fatigued. So other muscles will compensate and you will not be connecting with your core muscles correctly. So that's one of the things that you need to look out for in your Pilates class. In a yoga class, it has been found that downward dogs increase abdominal pressure. So they may need to be avoided if you can't decrease the inter-abdominal pressure with correct breathing. Okay, let's have a look at CrossFit classes. CrossFit classes, I would say try not to go back into your CrossFit class until you have a diastasis, which is quite functional, or you've done at least 8 to 10 weeks of our Birth to Fit Mom program. So that's reconnecting with your core, reconnecting with your glutes, improving your postnatal posture, improving your strength until before going back and trying to add any weights. And again, when you go back to that class, leave out the weighted exercises unless you have full control, and certainly don't be doing them if you still have pelvic floor muscle function issues. Out and then come back. So we're always, in terms of rehab, we have to build you up to where you want to be. So you may want to be a triathlete, run a marathon. You may just want to get fit and stronger to look after your kids. These are all your goals. But we're all starting at this level. But it's important we try and still always focus on this level. So we're always building you up. But often, postnatal, especially, we go up a little bit and then we come back down a little bit. Okay, and then we've got to try and get back to where we were before we go up again. So it's a much longer road postnatal. And that's because of lots of factors. Breastfeeding, sleep deficit, babies getting sick, kids get interruption to your day, time, okay? So don't be hard on yourself if you feel that I'm just getting there and then you go back again. I'm just getting to the next stage and go back again. It's so normal. It is really normal for this to happen. All right. So don't worry about that. So let me know if you've got any questions on your typical exercises to avoid with a diastasis. But hopefully I've answered that and you can now put that into practice with your own exercises. Control the load, reduce the inter-abdominal pressure, think about your breathing, think about how you're connecting with your core. If you're losing technique, then that's not suitable either, because you're either going to stress your linea alba, okay, or add pressure on your pelvic floor. We've got to weigh everything up, girls. All right, so think about that as you're doing all your different exercises. Again, as a great guide, we've got the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. So many non-crunch core exercises, what you can do throughout that. There's levels to suit everybody, and you can still join today if you want to join up. The Birth to Fit Mum program. If you've not done any core exercise, functional exercise, the best place to start soon after birth or up to 5 to 10 years plus, then we have our Super Fit Mum program. And you can join the Super Fit Mum program. Is amazing. That will take you right through from a functional diastasis right up to where you want to be, going back to super fit, to high intensity CrossFit. That program builds you up to be the athlete you want to be. Okay, and that new program is going to be released in August. You can join now and you'll get access to the new one when you join. So you can join all the programs on the website, pregnancyexercise.co.nz. And as a special offer for listening to our coffee chat and to say thank you, you can get 20% discount off the programs with the coupon code Coffee Chat, and that's on the Birth to Fit, Fit to Birth, and Super Fit Mum program. Let me know, girls, just before we go off, if you have any questions about what we've discussed today. Okay, just let me know. any questions whatsoever about an exercise you might not be sure about. So it might be running. Running is okay with a functional diastasis. Running can also be okay when you're healing a diastasis. Again, you need to think about your technique. Okay, as soon as we start to exert ourselves, that's when technique can fail us. And then again, we can start to overload the linea alba. Thanks for the hearts, girls, on Instagram. That's so nice to see. Can we have some likes on Facebook, please? So that's your running. So tend to be exercises that are straight up are okay. So we'll go running, cross trainers, walking, absolutely perfect. Swimming is okay because you have the water to support you. It doesn't add the same stress as a plank, that's for sure. And you are breathing constantly all the time to reduce that inter-abdominal pressure. Cycling, if you're in a stationary exercise class, just avoid leaning far forward the whole time and gripping, because again, we can start to over grip with our upper abdominals, okay, and lose control of the lower abdominals. So just play it in intervals. Sit up for a while, then slide forward, sit up, slide forward, going again. Think about your technique. Activation. I know I'm going over this. What's important? Okay, everybody. So hopefully you enjoyed this week's live coffee chat. Remember, you can still go and join the Normal Mummy Tummy Challenge, mums. You're gonna love it. Okay, get on, tell all your friends about our programs. Anything what we've not covered this morning, please comment below or send me a message, okay, and I will answer that for you. And thanks so much again for joining the live sessions. It's great to go live. We go live on so many levels. We're on Instagram. Bye, guys. We're on Facebook. I'm just switching off our Instagram, hopefully. Get that off. We'll go bye on YouTube.